Wyatt Earp, the man behind the legend. Lawman, gambler, killer, the man behind the legendary OK Corral gunfight. In the dry, dusty streets of Tombstone, Arizona, legends were born. But none were as complex, feared, and respected as Wyatt Earp. To some, he was the ultimate lawman who brought justice to lawless lands. To others, he was just another gunfighter chasing fortune with blood-stained hands. But behind the legend of the OK Corral shootout lies a story of ambition, betrayal, revenge, and survival that the history books never told you. The making of a lawman. Wyatt Barry Stapp Earp was born in 1848 in Illinois, the son of a restless father who dragged the family across states in search of something better. Young Wyatt learned to handle guns early and earned his first taste of danger as a teenager when he tried to join the Union Army during the Civil War. His father refused, but Wyatt's thirst for action never faded. As he grew, he drifted through the chaotic American frontier, working as a teamster, a buffalo hunter, and even a bouncer in brothels. But it was law enforcement that called to him. He became a deputy in Wichita, Kansas, and later in Dodge City, places where drawing your gun first often meant seeing tomorrow's sunrise. In Dodge City, he built his reputation. Calm under pressure, relentless in pursuit, and ruthless when crossed. But Wyatt wasn't just a badge-wearing hero. He gambled heavily, ran saloons, and had his fair share of fights and feuds. For Wyatt, law and crime were two sides of the same coin. Both could earn him power. The road to Tombstone. In 1879, Wyatt followed the silver rush to Tombstone, Arizona, hoping to make his fortune. He brought along his brothers, Virgil and Morgan, and his loyal friend, the deadly tubercular gambler and gunman, Doc Holliday. Tombstone was booming with money and vice. Wyatt first tried to stay out of law work, investing in mining claims and saloons. But trouble had a way of finding him. The town was ruled by outlaws known as the Cowboys, Ike Clanton, Tom McClory, Billy Clanton, and others. They rustled cattle, robbed stages, and bribed local sheriffs to look the other way. Tension grew with each passing day. Wyatt's brothers became lawmen in Tombstone, and their attempts to control the Cowboys only fueled the fire. Wyatt tried to mediate, offering bribes and threats to keep the peace. But peace was never an option in Tombstone. The gunfight at the OK Corral. On October 26, 1881, it all came to a deadly climax. The Cowboys gathered in a vacant lot near the OK Corral, armed and ready to intimidate the Earps. Wyatt, Virgil, Morgan, and Doc Holliday approached them. The confrontation lasted just 30 seconds, but left an eternal mark on American history. 30 shots were fired. Billy Clanton and the McClory brothers fell dead. Virgil and Morgan were wounded. Wyatt and Doc walked away unharmed. Some called it justice, others called it murder. But to Wyatt, it was survival. The vendetta ride. The gunfight didn't end the war. The Cowboys retaliated. They ambushed Virgil Earp, crippling his arm, and assassinated Morgan Earp as he played billiards. Wyatt snapped. He pinned on a U.S. Marshal's badge and set out on a vendetta ride across Arizona, hunting down anyone linked to his brother's murder. Alongside Doc Holliday and a small posse, Wyatt executed Cowboy members in cold blood, some in gunfights, some ambushed on trails. His revenge became legend, painting him as both judge and executioner. When the dust settled, Wyatt left Arizona as both a hero and a fugitive, with warrants trailing behind him wherever he rode. The legend fades and returns. In his later years, Wyatt drifted again, gambling, mining for gold in Alaska, refereeing boxing matches, and even advising early Hollywood Western directors who idolized him. He died in Los Angeles in 1929 at the age of 80, mostly forgotten. But then came the books, movies, and myths. Wyatt Earp was reborn as the fearless lawman who cleaned up the West. The reality was far grayer. A man driven by money, loyalty, anger, and a desire to leave his mark on history, no matter the cost. Wyatt Earp's life wasn't a clean-cut Hollywood Western. It was a brutal dance between law and outlaw, justice and revenge, life and death. He didn't just survive the Wild West, he was the Wild West. Lawman, gambler, killer, the man behind the legendary OK Corral gunfight. Now you know his true story.